All right, we have a new commuter in town called a super commuter. A story out, it's mainly from the U.S. right now, where there's a lot of large American centers in which there are super commuters, people who travel more than 90 minutes to go to work, but it could be coming to Canada, and one of the big reasons is housing prices. The CAA's Director of Government and Community Relations, Teresa de Felice, is here with me right now to discuss this. Teresa, tell me a little bit about how much further and further people are living from Toronto.
Well, our studies indicate a lot further. You know, on average, a 60-minute commute is now a 90-minute commute. And some of the worst bottlenecks in the Toronto area along the 401 are part of that issue. And so whether people are going out or coming in, we're seeing those delays happening.
And in fact, months ago, you guys released this report, which was grinding to a halt, the top bottlenecks in Toronto. Here are the top 5 in Toronto, and no one is going to be surprised at some of these bottlenecks. They include parts of the 401. In fact, you put the 401 there, but it's the entire 401 through Toronto. Parts of the 404 and the Don Valley Parkway, and then the 409, which I found a little surprising, but in that stretch between the 401 and Kipling, yeah, it's a mess there where they put 90-degree turns in on a 100-kilometer-an-hour highway. I don't understand that. But a lot of these problems pertain to people who are coming in from elsewhere to get downtown.
Well, there's also the reverse commuter. So as businesses have moved out or people are sort of just finding, you know, their employment habits are changing, we have a lot of people who are also commuting out of Toronto into the 905. So, you know, we're seeing it kind of both ways. But rush hour, definitely, you're seeing the bulk of that traffic coming into the city.
Now, we have a map just to sort of quickly show you. People are living Orillia and beyond now. They are living the other side of Peterborough and out past Stratford and those areas. House prices are a big thing. Lifestyle is another big thing as well. But how much longer could someone mentally take, you know, the 3 hours spent in either a vehicle or even, and it's even a smaller circle if you're talking about transit by Go Transit.
Right. So, you know, it's very subjective. You know, people are making these personal choices. I think after a while, it comes down and starts to impact you. I mean, we're talking about over, you know, millions and millions of hours of delay in a year, you know, tons of fuel. So all these things start to add up in a person's daily commute and daily grind. So, you know, this is where people are hoping the transit gets built so that they have more options, different decisions to be made. Absolutely. It's very personal.
And this is where you come in. You're rallying the governments. I mean, you've got the Worst Roads campaign, which was just revealed last week. You had your grinding to a halt. You're advocating for the driver. So besides transit, what else does the government need to do, both federal and provincial, and in some cases, and a lot of cases municipal, in order to maybe not allow us to become super commuters?
Well, there's all kinds of things that are happening. I mean, there's dealing with some of the congestion itself, and there's a number of tools that governments could look at in terms of implementing and reducing some of those bottlenecks. Obviously, there are municipal, as you said, municipal policies, land use policies that can come into play. But, you know, what we're focused on with respect to this particular report was what are some of the things we can do to reduce just those bottlenecks alone? I mean, the sheer volume is sort of creating this situation and encouraging different behaviors. So can people carpool? You know, some of the other things that have to happen, again, personal choice, personal finances, how do you get around and live a different lifestyle? But there are some options, and yes, we're out there sort of talking about the infrastructure and what needs to be done.
All right. Thank you very much, Teresa, for being with us this morning. Appreciate it.